All right, you guys. Thanks so much for everybody getting on tonight. You guys all know me. I'm Tanis. I'm one of your presidential leaders, and I'm excited because I know December was a weird month, I think. For me, you guys know I lost my dad. We lost our family dog. It was just literally one thing after another, and I'm not going to lie, it was a tough month, right? And it's still grieving process and everything, and it's been tough, right? So, but with all that, I just want you guys to know how this business, because of this business, I was able to spend all that time with my dad and my family and go on trips and, you know, really be there for my family and really be able to go to the hospital and just be there, you know, because of this business, right? And I talked about that a lot, you know, just with my dad and my family and how grateful and blessed I am because of this business. For those who don't know my story, I'm just going to share a little bit about how I gotten started, and then just a few things I want to talk about. I have a few diamond leaders on here that are going to share, you know, a few things with you guys, but I'm going to be really vulnerable here with you guys tonight because I know most people join this business because they need it. They need the income. That was me. That's still me. You know, it's a little bit different. I've been doing this a lot longer than most of you. And, you know, when I started this business, you guys, we needed it really bad. And I'm going to say this because I care. And if I'm ever tough love with you guys, it's because I want you guys to make money. Hey, Catherine, how are you? You know, so when I started this business, you guys, we were broke. We had so much debt. My husband and I were not in a good place. We had a little girl who was 1.5 years old and like tons of debt. I was struggling. You guys know me. I'm very open. I struggle with depression, anxiety. You know, I think a lot of people struggle with something. I'm very open about that with my, you know, and I'm always open with that, like on social media, just about my struggles in life, right? So I never want people to think that, you know, everything's perfect because I make all this money and stuff, right? So when I joined this business, I really made a decision, you guys. I watched someone for over a year. So when I jumped in, you know, some people join you guys and it might take them a little while. Maybe they don't really need it when they join. Maybe they're just really learning. And, you know, you guys know the person I joined with, you guys literally signed me up and never spoke to me again. And that's fine. It's totally fine. And a lot of people in that situation would quit, right? Because they think, oh, they need their leader to do, you know, and help them. And I get that because I think if I didn't really need this, maybe I would have quit, right? In any business or anything that you do, you guys, I want you guys to know that it's a decision. I jumped all in. I had a lot of people I wanted to prove wrong. We had so much debt. I didn't want to go back to work after my mat leave. For those who are in the US, you guys, we get a year on mat leave. And you guys, we were just really struggling. My husband and I were fighting lots. And I jumped all in. I told him I was doing this. He wasn't supportive, okay? You know, my first month, you guys, I really had no idea what I was doing. I really had no idea what I was doing until even after Diamond. But I knew from watching this girl that I watched forever, I knew that I was excited. I knew that I had a big why, my family, my daughter, and myself, right? I'm proud that I never gave up. I'm proud that I really fought for this because I'm telling you guys, like, if I didn't keep, you know, at it, because it's true, you guys, like, I will tell you right now, in December, you guys, we all had maybe a weird December. I wanted Christmas to be done so fast. I was a total Grinch this Christmas, but then I have a little girl, right? So I was trying to be there and happy for her, but it was a hard December for me. But you know what? Even on New Year's, I was up and I was helping people, and I love helping people who are really running and they need this, right? And I still love you if you're not running it. That's not what I mean, right? But I love to be there. I get a rush from it because I know how it's changed people's lives on our team. You guys, we have people on our team earning anywhere from, you know, $50, $200 a month, all the way up to $40,000 plus per month. Okay. So when I joined you guys, I needed this so bad. I've been consistent every single day on social media since up until December, okay? I talk about the business every day. I talk about my story, my why. I was excited from day one to do one-on-ones and parties, and I went to conference right away. I couldn't afford to go. I went by myself. I roomed with people I didn't know, and it absolutely changed my life going to conference. And if you can't go, I'm not judging you, but you know, getting, watching Zooms or getting on trainings or reading books and just really learning. I had to learn how to become a professional at this. It would be like if I wanted to become a pianist, or if I wanted to learn how to, I don't know, play the guitar or something, right? It's being consistent. It's really needing it and wanting it. And I made a decision that after a few months that I would get to diamond, that I would, you know, make this happen. So, you know, I think a lot of times people wait for promotions, or maybe they've had someone who's held them back, or maybe they haven't been consistent, or they don't write down their goals. That's one thing I've always done, is write down my goals. From early on, people told me how important that was. I got on all the calls and Zooms because I didn't have an upline. I didn't have someone to help me with distributors or customers or be there for me. Like, you guys know how many people message me every day and complain about everything? I don't have anyone to message and complain about. But I love being like the mother for everyone. But, you know, I never had that. But it made me stronger. It really did, because I made a decision, you guys, that I didn't want to live the way we were living anymore. I wanted more for my family. And it was up to me to make that decision. You guys, my husband wasn't supportive until I went double diamond. And my first double diamond check, you guys, was almost $10,000, okay? You know, and I've had people quit. You guys, I want you guys, I forget, we were in a chat. I think, Kaylee, you were saying it the other day in one of the chats, how it can get discouraging when someone quits. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know how many people we've had quit? But you know how many people we have on our team who have made money too. That's just with anything. You guys, I used to manage a gym. I worked at gyms. You guys know how many people would quit gym memberships? Or do you guys know how many people have quit this business and have gone on to try another business? But the same thing, or they've gone on to try another business. I've seen people go on to like 10 other businesses, right? The thing is, and that's fine. Like, I want you to be here. I want you guys to want this, but I want you to want it for you. Don't want it for me or your leader. I want you to want it for you and your family. So you guys, like I said, I was a sponge from day one. I wanted to learn from people. I wanted to, you know, when I message people and I give them, you know, advice and to do things, and if they don't want to take it, that's fine. Nobody has to listen to me. But you know what? I wanted to listen to those people who were successful. You know, I feel like I know what I'm doing in this business. I've failed a lot, absolutely, and I still have my ups and downs. But at the end of the day, even December, where I had a really shitty month, I still, after I, you know, told everybody on social media about my dad and everything, that was hard. I still started then following up with people. I still was able to sign a couple distributors and customers, but because I have been consistent for years, right? It wasn't just because all of a sudden, you know, I signed up all these people. I'm not saying that. But I think at the end of the day, you guys, whether you're growing on Instagram or Facebook, in person, there is no secret sauce to this business. It's just finding what works for you. I've done a few vendor events. I'm not saying I wouldn't do them again. I just haven't really done more, right? I would totally do them again if someone wanted to do them. I know one of the girls wanted to do one about a month ago, and it got canceled, and we were going to drive out like an hour and do it, and I was going to do it, but then it got canceled, right? Or if someone needs me for a party or an online event, or people ask me like to send out a prize to someone, you guys know I'm always there. I want to help, right? But I want you guys to know that you are going to be the driving force in your business. You are going to be the one that says, you know what, Hannes, I'm going to do this. Like, I need this. I have people messaging me all the time, and they're saying like, this month's going to be different. And I want that. I want people to want it, not for me, but for them. Of course, you know, I want you guys all to do well for the team and everything, and for you. But at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that, you know, need $500 a month, or I needed to make $3,000 a month, like ASAP. So I had to get my ass to diamond. And so I was able to get there. I think it took me 4 months. Okay. It took me 4 months. But in that time frame, you guys, from day one, I was signing up distributors and customers because I was excited. I was following up with people. I was consistent. And you guys, I was just excited, and I was being people's friend. There is no secret. Like, we have newbies who are signing up people, and then we might have people who have been in the business for years, and maybe they're going through like, you know, like, it doesn't mean you need to sign up 1 million people every month. That's not what I'm saying. I'm a steps to success person. I'm always, you know, making sure I do that every single month, because I can't say, Cindy, Steph, Candace, you need to go sign up distributors and customers if I'm not doing it myself. So I will always lead from the front. I will always, you know, say, you know, if I'm giving tasks on the page, you better, you know, be sure that I'm doing it too, because I will never tell Kaylee or Cindy or Alyssa to be doing something if I'm not doing it myself. So I always want to be there for my team. And, you know, I just know that all of us have joined this business for a reason. Maybe your goal is 3,000 a month. And then once I got to 3,000, I'm like, I'm going to go double, you know? And the biggest thing, you guys, is believing you can do it, writing it down and taking action. Okay. None of us know what we're doing when we start. It's a constant learning process. It's a constant, you know, I know some leaders, you guys, who are rubies on the team who do more than double diamonds on the team. You know what I mean? I have girls who are double diamond who I know are going to go presidential this year. I have girls on my team who are executive or rubies, and I think they'll go presidential this year, right? It doesn't matter your rank, right? It really doesn't matter. I don't care about stuff like that. I don't care if you're making $200 a month or $10,000 a month. If you come to me and you're like, Tanis, I need help, and I believe in you. I believe in all of you, right? So I want you guys to never compare yourself, because I have seen diamonds on my team who have skyrocketed and have done amazing things. And then I have seen top leaders on my team who blame their team and blame things, and then maybe they quit and go trying something else and whatever they are. But it all comes down to the person. Some of you guys might know who I'm talking about, and that's okay. But it all comes down to, I wish everyone the best. I want everyone to do well, even if people choose to do something else. I'm just talking about people who have. But at the end of the day, you guys, this business and everything are like, I always say, how you do one thing, you do everything. You know, I'm a type, I commit to my team. I commit to my business. And yes, I totally took about 2 weeks off in December. But you know what? I still, you know, earn my rank. I still earn my paycheck. I still signed up distributors and customers because I made it a priority. It's important to me. I still stayed up New Year's Eve, month end, where everybody was doing whatever they were doing, because it's important to me, because this has changed my family's life. Me staying up a couple hours on month end, I was on my couch in my pajamas watching New Year's stuff with my mom and my family, helping people with their last minute promotions. I love that. I love seeing people promote, whether it's executive or diamond or triple diamond. I've been involved with so many promotions on the team, whether they're, you know, places where I quote unquote need them, or people who just need me at that time, right? I will help anyone who needs me. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Honestly, you guys, and I'll say right now, I think this is a big thing. I know I mentioned about like coaching calls and stuff, and the biggest thing, you guys, in this business is getting over ourselves. A lot of times people stay comfortable. I see some girls where I've told them a year ago that they need to be doing this, and they still don't do it. And then I might have a newbie who starts today and is listening from me from day one, right? And again, you guys, you don't have to listen to any of us, right? But I want you guys to know, like, the thing is like, why wouldn't you want to learn from someone who's been through it, right? You know, whether, like I said, whether you want to make $300 a month, $3,000 a month, $30,000 a month. You know, guys, this surreal moment for me was that when I started making more in 1 month, that took me a year at my old job. And we were still, you know, in such a bad place. And I was working my ass off for someone who was going on trips and buying new cars. And I was running his gyms and running myself ragged and working 10-hour crazy days. And I just thought, enough is enough. But the thing is, and another thing I really learned in Montreal when I went, because Kyler Pentecost, our CEO's son, was there, and I really talked with him. And this is the CEO's son, okay? And he's an ambassador, and he also works in the field and everything. And you know, even though he's the CEO's son, he doesn't just, you know, maintain ambassador and he's all perfect. He works hard, right? You know, he told me a lot of ups and downs he's had. He's had people quit. He's had people leave. He's had ups and downs. He's had amazing people on his team. He's had people. It's just a part of being an entrepreneur and a business owner. And one thing he really said to me was that he made a decision that he had to quit his job. I'm not telling you guys to go quit your job. That's not what I'm telling you. He had made a decision to quit his job because he knew that because he had his job, he wasn't giving his all to his business. So if you're in a situation, and I'm not telling you to quit your job, because that's one thing I will say. I never tell people to come in and just quit their job. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying if you are working a full-time job and you're not really working your business, don't expect your business to take off, okay? I don't want you to think that you can, do 5 minutes a day of your business and you're going to go presidential in a year, because it's not going to happen, okay? But what I am saying is we have girls on our team, you guys, who are either nurses or whatever they do, and whatever their job is, it doesn't matter what you do. Everybody, I treat everybody the same. I don't care what you do or what type of money you make. I really don't care about stuff like that. But the thing is when you have a job, it's very different from a business. You go to a job and you're going to get a paycheck. When you have a business, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, my first year, up until about 9-10 months in, I was grinding hard because I needed to get to Double Diamond. I needed to change my family's life. I needed to make it happen. So you guys, I think some people are just lazy sometimes. I'm not calling anyone out because I'm lazy sometimes too. But I want you guys to know, if you want to make 5 figures a month, if you want to be, wherever you want to be, you have to take control of your business. You have to read books. You have to become a leader. You have to take charge. You can't blame your team if you're not doing things, right? I hate it when I see people blame their team, or they're like, this person's not doing anything, or this person's not doing anything. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing, right? So that's one thing. I will have never, ever blamed my team. I have never put anything on anyone in my entire team. If I'm not happy about something, that's on me. It's not on anyone else, because this is my business, okay? So, biggest thing, you guys, is getting over yourself. What do you need to happen? Like, what type of income do you need to make, right? So, I from day one, you guys, I printed out my diamond chart my first month, because I had to make that money. So if you've been in the business for a while and you need to make a couple $1,000s, but if you don't have your roadmap out in front of you and you're not connecting with your leaders, it's going to be really hard for you. Like, it's like with anything. If I want to learn how to play the guitar or the whatever I was talking about, right? I need to take lessons. I need to practice. I need to, learn how to do things, right? So, I think anyone can be successful in this business. I absolutely think any single person, but you have to be driven. You have to be, because you're not always going to be motivated. You have to be, know what you want, and you have to have a big why, whether it's your child, whether it's you want to leave your job, whether you need an income, whatever it's for, whether you want to go on a trip or buy a car, whatever it is, or just have money for bills, So we were in those situations, you guys. I was paying off just the interest on credit cards. Like, I was in that shit position, and I'm sharing this with you, and I'm so passionate about it because I think sometimes people look at me and they're like, oh, Tanis is so lucky. She's president. Like, I know people think that sometimes, but I don't think people realize the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into making whatever you want to make a month, right? And, whether you're working a job, you're working hard at a job, but your business is your baby, right? Your business should be what you're working hard for your future, for your family. So I know which people are working really hard and need me. And then I know some people, maybe they're just, it's okay to like walk with this. You don't always have, not everybody has to be running to presidential or ambassador. Everybody's goals, all your goals are important. It doesn't matter. Everybody has different situations. So I'm never, if someone wants to go diamond and someone's goal is to get to executive or ruby, they're both valid. They're both important. So every single person who joins on the team, I don't force them like, listen, you need to go diamond. Like, I want them to know what they want, and then I'm going to be there for them depending on what they want. Okay. Getting uncomfortable, you guys. I know for me, one of my biggest thing, you guys, and from day one, I started doing parties. So that's meaning one-on-ones, in person with people, online. I think I was doing parties my second month in the business. I just figured it out. It's not hard. And to this day, 4 years later, I still do them. I was doing them, I remember, for like Denise and stuff. I was helping out with things with Denise, and I was like an executive. Like, I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to learn, you know, I wanted to be there for my future team. I was so excited. I was signing people up. You guys, I had no idea what I was doing, but I was excited and I wanted to help people. And I was sharing my story every day. You need to share your story. You will not sign up distributors if you are not consistent, if you're not inspiring, and if you're not influencing people. You guys, social media and network marketing, we're influencers. That's what we are, right? It's like people who do blogs and stuff on Instagram or, you know, Facebook, or it's all learning how to use your story and share it with the world. It's your diary. It's your journal to your life, and that you're sharing it with people. So maybe you're a single mom. Maybe you're in a relation, or maybe you're a mama and you're a family, or maybe you don't have kids, or maybe you're single, whatever. It doesn't matter what you are. Like, it doesn't matter what your title is or what your story is. Your story is important, you guys. And I think a lot of times people don't know how to share their story. I try to share my story every single day in a different way. And you guys, then I see people copy and post. And I know we have the Diamonds Baby page and it's examples and stuff, but honestly, take time every single night or at lunchtime or whatever it is and write out what you want to say to your audience and your world. That's potentially like your business and your people, right? If you're not signing up distributors, it's because you're not doing that. I'm telling you that right now. You guys, like, and following up with people, like it's following up with people too, right? So I know I'm about to sign up my 4th distributor tonight after a week and a half, because I've been just following up with some of these girls. A lot of them are moms. A lot of them people I've just connected through social media. And you don't have to be a mom. I'm just saying, I'm just connecting with these moms, right? And another girl is a single girl, and I knew her from a long time ago, and she's been wanting to join. And I think a lot of times people give up on people. That's one thing I never do, is I never give up on my team. Maybe people have gone through things for a few months and they're getting back into it and they need time. I always give people their space. And then same thing with distributors, you guys. I mean, you guys know Caroline. I followed up with her for a year, you know, and now she's a top earner, right? I followed up with some other people for a long time, and now they're doing really well in the business. So I think a lot of times people don't realize that it takes a long time for people. Maybe it's that person just isn't ready. Maybe they just haven't hit their rock bottom. I knew I had hit rock bottom when I joined. I never liked, commented, or message the person that I was watching, but I watched her like a hawk every single day. She shared her story. She shared how it was changing her family's life. And if she didn't do that, if I don't do that, if you don't do that, how are you going to help people, right? So you need to, sorry, I'm just going to read some of these messages down here. Yeah, like I'm going to read through some of these after, because I know a couple of the girls are going to share some things. But just, you guys, honestly, you guys, anyone can promote and do well in this business. It's just getting over yourself and doing things, right? Most of the time, you guys, the biggest thing that's keeping some person from a promotion, another person standing still, is they're just not doing the little daily things they need to be doing, okay? And if you're signing up distributors, that's great. But you need to be, you guys, when I sign up distributors, I like handhold. I'm telling them what to post. I'm writing out everything for them. I'm screenshotting how they should be messaging people. I don't just add people to the page or to a team chat and just to go, see you later. Like, I am very, like, you have to do that with people. If they're not connecting with you or communicating, maybe they're just not ready. But you can't just sign someone up and be like, okay, let's go. Let's post. Go get some customers. They don't know what they're doing, right? They don't know what they're doing. So it's like for me, when I didn't post for a few days about my story or a product, I felt kind of like, oh, right? It's like when you take a few days off and you're not consistent, you're kind of thrown off, right? I wasn't worried because of what we were going through as a family. Honestly, my business, I was fine. I wasn't concerned. But it's because of all the years of working this and being committed to my business. So you guys, I want you guys to know that, because I have a lot of people who message me and they're like, I'm going diamond, I'm going double diamond. And then I don't really know where the backup is to their plan, right? And I still believe that they can do it. I'm not saying that, but you need to have a plan, right? You need to know what you want. You need to know how you're going to get there. And you have to become the leader. Like, for me to go ambassador, I need to be doing things that an ambassador does. And I do, right? I was upset with myself. I really wanted to go ambassador this year. That was my goal for my dad, you know, and it was really hard for me because I wanted it to happen, but I can still do it now, right? I beat myself up about things because I'm super hard on myself. And I think that's good as a business owner. You have to be hard on yourself, right? I can't tell Steph or Loren or Kate, I can't tell them things that they need to do. They need to want to be doing it themselves, right? If I need to message you and be like, girl, you need to be posting on Facebook and you're not doing it, like, I shouldn't be, like, I'm only doing that because I want to help you, but you don't have to listen to me and be like, Tanis, buzz off, right? But I do that because I just want you to make money and grow your business. It's great doing the stories. It's great posting about a product. But I think sometimes people think that they're just going to post about a product or the business and they're going to have all these people just show up and to become customers. And it happens sometimes. But typically, you guys, it's networking is not net wishing. Networking is talking to people. It's being people's friends. It's being a good person. It's being kind. It's sharing your story. It's being relatable to people. It's just connecting with people. So that was a little bit what I wanted to talk about. And then I know, oh, Heather, I'm just muting you. Sorry, hon. I know Nahani was going to share a few things, and I know maybe Steph wanted to share something. Robin, if you don't want to, that's fine. I wanted to kind of keep this around 45 minutes. I didn't want to keep you guys here for a few hours or anything. But I know Nahani's going to share a few things with you guys, and then I'm just going to end something at the end once you've all spoken, or if anyone has any other questions. Oh, sorry. I unmuted you. Oh, sorry. Go.
Hello. I'm so glad to see so many people on here. That's awesome. Such a great way to start the year. I think one of the things, or a couple of the things that I wanted to share is just like really connecting with your why. And for the longest time, like I thought I knew what my why was, but I didn't really connect with me. It was like, oh, I want to make money for my family, and like, I want to do this, and I want to pay off debt. And so all of those things, like I was going through all the motions and I was saying all the right things, but it just wasn't really like connecting. And it took me a long time to really connect with my why. And of course, my family is my why, or part of my why. But I think the bigger picture for me is the amount of people that I can help. I think that's what it really is. Like when I go to Superstore and I see a mom whose credit card or debit card gets declined because she's buying groceries and she has to put stuff back, or someone having to say no to their kids, like I was that mom. Like I had those kids that were little. I had to like keep my little calculator with me at the grocery store like years ago. And like it's awful. I hate that feeling. And I think what I've really seemed to connect with as my why is those moms out there, or those dads, any parent really, who just wants a better life for their family. So it's my family, it's your families, it's the families that are our new team members who we haven't even welcomed yet. I think those are, that really is the why that I've connected with. And I can tell you, when I figured that out, there was a shift. And I just feel that I have like a rekindled flame for what this business can do. And so if you're kind of lost on maybe what your why is, or you're not quite sure, or you think you might know, like take the time to really do some soul searching, because I promise you it is so, so, so worth it. And I think that was one of the big things that I just kind of wanted to connect on, because I don't think that it's a very common thing for people to say, I don't really know what my why is. Mm-hmm. You know, like a lot of people maybe think it, or maybe want to say it, or for whatever reason, they just don't, right? And I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I was kind of scared to say, like, I don't really know what my why is. That doesn't mean I don't love my family. That doesn't mean that I don't want amazing things for them. It just, I just needed to take the time to figure it out. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I felt a shift in my heart. I felt a shift in my mind, and so many things have changed just in my mindset, my outlook on this business, what's all possible here. I kind of feel like I'm rambling now, but I think you'll get the picture. But it just take the time to really write it out and figure it out, because you'll be so grateful that you did.
That's awesome. Thanks, Nahani. And it's so true, you guys, because if you don't know why you're doing this business, and I always say, if your why doesn't make you cry, whatever that is, your future family, finances, you hate your job, you guys, we had a girl once who so badly wanted to leave her husband, and so she had to make money. That was a situation too, right? So like, if you're in a place where you're comfortable and you don't really need it, it's not really going to push you. Like I had a really good talk about Kyler with that. Like, you need it to work it, right? You know what I mean? Like, and you know, I think sometimes people look and they're thinking like, oh, you know, why do some people get to diamond or double or triple or presidential or ambassador or whatever? And, you know, honestly, those people, I think sometimes people, I never want to call it luck, but I think that you really put out who comes into your business. And if you haven't gotten there yet, it's not that you're not doing what you shouldn't do. Maybe some of you aren't, that's fine. But I truly think that your story and your ups and downs and everything that you go through, like I'll tell you, my 2017, you guys, for my business was insane. Like my income was off the charts, but you know what? That was the year my dad got sick. I was going through some health stuff and it was awful. I was running myself ragged, and sure, my income was insane, but my goal in 2018 was to focus on my family. You know, I still had a great income, but it wasn't that I got comfortable. I was focusing my time and energy on my family. But you guys know me. I'm always show up for my team. I always get on Zooms. I always do parties. I'm always there for everyone. So even though my 2018 wasn't there for my 2017, I didn't care that I made more money in 2017. I didn't care about stuff like that, because my focus was spending time with my dad. My focus was spending time with my family and going on trips and doing things, but I still work my business every single day, right? So I know Steph, what, I always forget this. I'm mom brain, I don't know what it is. I know Steph, you talked about, when did you quit your job? After you went diamond?
No, before.
Before, yeah, okay.
Before, the month before I went diamond.
And then you went double. Okay, share a little bit with what you were going to talk about. I totally put you on the spot there. I'm sorry. I know we messaged earlier.
It's all good. I quit my job when we were headed to Green Carpet, our first Green Carpet event. And then I told my job I wasn't going back. And the following month, that's when I went diamond after the event. That's why we talk so much about the importance of being there, because the energy is just, it's crazy. Whether it's a boot camp, whether it's the green carpets, whether it's conference, the energy is, everyone leaves there and they're hyped up. It's either they're hyped up or they really just weren't really into the business and end up leaving afterwards anyways. So and then I went double in May, so 10 months after.
Okay.
I went double. And hopefully, well, no, I'm working and I'm going to go get it. End of February, I will be triple diamond.
Yes, you are. And you know, that's so true what you said, because I'll be straight up honest with you guys. I wasn't planning on going to conference. A week ago, when my dad passed, I wasn't even thinking about conference. I'm like, I'm not going. But then that happened for like a day. And I'm telling you guys this because I'm being honest with you. And then I was like, wait, I need to go to conference. I need to go to conference. I want to go. Am I tired? Am I mentally, physically, emotionally, pregnant, like hormonal, like emotional? Yes. Grieving, all that stuff. Want to be there for my mom. But my mom said to me, she's like, Tanis, like your dad will want you to go. You need to go. You have big goals. Life goes on. And honestly, you guys, I'm going to conference because I need to go. Okay. I need to go because I want to be there for my team. I want to be a better leader. I had lots of life happen in the past, but we all have, right? And I think a lot of times people might hold that as a crutch, like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't, I could not afford to go to conference when I joined. But because I went, and I'm not, like, if you can't go, this is not on anyone. I'm just saying from my personal experience, because I went by myself. Like I literally brought protein bars and like stayed with people I met on Facebook. Like it was so like whatever, but I couldn't afford it. Right. And like, honestly, you guys, conference changed my life. It changed my life. I sat there at the back of the room and I saw these people just go up on stage, millionaires and just regular people like all of us. And I was like, I'm going to do this for my family. This is going to change my family's life. I came back. I was bawling. I was crying. I was like, that was the moment where I literally had rock bottom from the month I joined before to cloud 9. So I'm telling you, this business is right in here. 80% of it, right? And we're all going through crap. So if you're telling me you're going through stuff, I get it, okay? I totally get it. Everybody complains to me every day. I get it. Actually, that's another thing. That's another thing I'm not doing this year. When people message me and complain about everything in our life, I'm just not responding. You know, there's a difference between we're there to support each other. We are there. That's not what I'm saying, right? But sometimes I feel like I'm a therapist, and that's part of the job, I think, right? But I want you guys to know that the more we complain, what's the saying? The more you complain about crap in your life and this and poor me and, oh, I'm a victim and all this crap, guess what? More crap's going to happen to you, right? So, yeah, about a week and a bit, so it's been 2 weeks now since my dad. About a week ago, I was like, I'm not going to conference. Like, I can't go. I'm pregnant. I can't handle this. And I think I messaged Steph, did I message you about it? I was like, oh, I don't know. Was it you or Caroline? I don't even remember. I think it was Caroline. Because I wasn't going to say anything to anyone. Because I was like, I was like, but no, I have to go, right? So booked my tickets. Jay's coming with me. And yeah, events just fire you up. And if you can't go, it's okay. You can, but if you can, go, right? So Robin, did you want to share anything? And then we can kind of wrap this up. I know we're going to keep it around 45 minutes or so, but all the ladies you guys are sharing are like Diamond and Up leaders. And, I know Robin, Steph, Nahani, a lot of you guys have huge goals. And I don't care if you're an executive right now or a diamond or, there's a few double diamonds on here. I don't care. Like you guys, you can be an executive right now and go presidential this year, or you could be a diamond right now and quit in 2 months. Like, honestly, like it's all depending on the person and what they want. So Robin, can you share a little bit with whatever you want to talk about? Sorry,
Yeah.
we were chatting earlier and I meant to right back. I'm sorry.
Well, just like kind of piggyback on what Nahani was talking about, your why, and that can change all the time. I mean, I think mine has changed like over I've been in the business 3 years. But the thing that I really have been stressing lately is the personal development and just getting into a routine. And that's why I've tried, I know the power hours at 6 a.m. are really hard. And that's why I changed the Monday one to like 4 p.m. because I'm like, Mondays at 6 a.m. are like really treacherous. But I think that, a lot of times in the power hours, I will take 15 minutes and I'll be like, okay, like this is personal development time. Like listen to something, read something, journal. I journal every day and I write down everything that I'm grateful for. And then also write down what I want to achieve this year. So the one thing we did last week, our team locally, was we did a dream board night. And if you haven't done a dream board, you need to do a dream board. And if you don't have any dreams, then you need to come up with some. It was something that I read. It was called a burn ceremony. And it was basically going through all your old shit from 2018 and writing it down, like writing down all the bad stuff from 2018 and then taking that piece of paper and burning it. And we did that at Cindy's house because she's got a fireplace. So we were like, okay, we're going to do that. And I think that's really powerful. It's like, there's stuff that, maybe things that you didn't like, the way you were working your business. I know last year for me, I got a little complacent and, that's on me, and that kind of reflects in my team. And I just, I don't really know what happened, like you said, we all go through shit. But like I'm fired up for conference. I'm fired up for this year. I mean, last year I think was just kind of a weird year for me. I really don't know what was going on. I had a lot of ups and downs, and nothing tragic happened. It's just, like sometimes you just get into a bad place. And that's why personal development is just, I think, so important, because that's what's going to bring you out of it. And I mean, I think like listening to The Strangest Secret, I listen to that audio all the time by Earl Nightingale, and watching The Secret on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like I watched that. I mean, I have almost watched, I think I've watched it like every day this week. And I watch it like probably in the last 6 months, I probably have watched it once a week. But I remember I don't remember which Zoom it was, or who it was, but I remember she was talking about like when they would have their Zooms, and like even if it was a local get together, or they would just have The Secret, the movie, playing in the background, all the time. And when you watch that, I mean, it's really powerful. What the law of attraction can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, I see these people, like even people on our team that post just this crap, that what they're going through in their life, and their ex is doing this and blah, blah, blah. And, and it's just like, why do you post that stuff? Because just like you said, when you're putting that stuff out there, it's just coming back, usually tenfold. So like, I just try to let them know, you guys, just don't post that stuff. Don't post the negative. I mean, there's so much crap on social media as it is. So, I mean, we really want to, like you said, we're social influencers. We want to be positive. We want to bring that positivity to people. And, people have told me a lot of times that, I usually start my day and the first thing I do is post some kind of positive quote or meme.
Yeah.
And I've had people message me saying that they look forward to seeing that every day.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's just more of, 80% of this business is mindset.
Yeah.
And you have to get your mind in a good place.
Thanks, Robin. It's so true, you guys. Like, you have to be inspiring to people. And it's funny, Robin and I dealt with a situation. We're not going to go into detail, but she had a person on her team, you guys, who literally joined, and this girl was a hot mess. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, it's okay. We've all been there, right? And then you try and help people. You can't help everyone, right? And this girl, oh my gosh. So now she's joining another team, which is fine. But like, it's the girl, right? Like, we were trying to help her, but she wouldn't get on a Zoom. She wouldn't get on a party. She wouldn't do anything we were trying to help her with. And then she was just like yelling. And I mean, some people, you guys, you can't help everyone, right? So, at the end of the day, thank you ladies for sharing. But like, honestly, you guys, you need to have a why. You need to get over yourself. You need to be bold. If you want to sign someone who's going to be your next rock star, you need to be doing things. Like, you need to be doing your steps to success. You need to be, you guys, it's always the same people who I ask, like, and you don't need to help out on the pages. You don't need to be doing stuff like that. Like, honestly, like, you don't have to do anything. Like, you don't have to do parties if you don't want to. You don't have to do power hours. You don't have to do Zooms. You don't have to connect with your team. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. But for me, I wanted to be a six-figure earner. I wanted to be a top earner. I look back, I almost retired my husband 2 years ago. But 4 years ago, we were broke and miserable. And like, you need to want this so bad. Okay? You need to want this. You need to need this. If you're comfortable and you're just going to keep doing the same thing that you're doing, you're not going to get your results, right? But I'm telling you guys right now, yeah, the grass is greener where you water it, right? People are popping off, so I should probably cut this off, right? But everyone's like, Tana, stop talking. But I just want you guys to know, like, I want you guys to know that you're leaders. I will always be there for people who need this, who want this. But one thing I am not doing in 2019, and I've shared this with a couple of my leaders, I am not being there for people who are not showing up. I'm not. I am not going to be there and like offer my time and my, coming over, or if you can't even message me back, or if you can't even show up to something, or if you can't even be on something and then you're complaining about something. I'm not doing that anymore, because honestly, I just don't have the time and energy for it. And I need to focus my time and that energy on people who who truly, really need this, right? So it's not something that I need to say no to people, right? Because I need to say yes to the people who really do need me, right? And, if you're coming to me and you're asking me things and I'm telling you what you should be doing, but you're not taking that advice, I can't help you until you're helping yourself first, right? And I always say, you guys, leaders are readers. So whether you listen to podcasts or, Robin was saying you're listening to inspiration, I'm not a big reader. Yes, I know how to read, but I like to listen to podcasts. I haven't been doing as much as I should. Just with December, with what happened with my family. But you know what, you guys, like, I'm also a type of person. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't let myself get away with shit. Like, I'm hard on myself because I know what I want. I know what I want my life to look like. And I've always been like that, right? So I am the person that I've never been given a distributor. I've never been given a customer. No one has ever done a party for me. No one has ever wanted to help me with my charts. Like, no one, but that's okay because I had to figure my shit out, right? So if you have someone who wants to help you, whether it's myself, your leader, I mean, I'm everyone's leader, but you have all your other leaders too. Take them up on it. Ask them for help. Message them every day. I have some of you who message me every day. I have some of you I talk to every single day. Some of you don't need me, and that's fine. But, I have double diamonds or diamonds, like, on my team or like in different areas on my team who come to me and help me, and I help them with their team. But I might have an executive or a person on my team who says that they want it, but they're never around. So how can I help that person, right? So, you have to want it before I want it for you. And I just want you guys to know that I believe in everyone. I always do. I've seen girls on the team do amazing things, become top earners. I've seen people leave their jobs. I've seen people pay off all their debt. I've seen it. I've seen girls on the team who are executive or Ruby and go triple in 5 or 6 months. I've seen crazy things happen. And anyone can do this. I don't care where you are right now. If you want to promote, whatever. And if I tell you that, like, some of you, I think, need to have bigger goals. But again, your goals are valid. It doesn't matter if you want to make this or whatever you want to do. But if I tell you I think you can do this in this amount of time, like, it's just because I believe in you and I know you can do it. And I think some of you guys underestimate yourself. And if you underestimate yourself, your goal, you have to push yourself, right? No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to tell you to talk about your business and your story every day. No one's going to tell you to follow up with people. You have to follow up with people. I do my steps to success every single month because I make it a priority. I don't wait for people to join me. I tell them I want them on my team. I want them. I help them. I guide them. I lead them. And I'm telling you guys, like, you have to be that light for people. And if you're not doing it, you're not going to get it back. Law of attraction, like what Robin talked about. And you don't have to be a huge recruiter. I'm not saying you have to sign up 20 people a month. But the power of one. You could sign up a rock star every single month. Or sign up a bunch of 20 people a month that do nothing, and then you're going to complain about them. Don't even worry about it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, sign up 2 rock stars, right? It doesn't matter. But if you're signing people up and you're not guiding them and helping them and working with them, don't just get upset and say, like, oh, I'm not promoting when you're not working with that person, right? So everybody's totally different in this business. There are many people, you guys, who join me who I think are going to be rock stars and then don't reply to me. And then there's people who I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's taking off and she becomes a rock star in 2 months, right? So never judge anyone. I never judge anyone by anything. I treat everybody the same because you don't know who needs this. You don't know people's circumstances. And you know what? I will never give up on anyone because I know what this can do for people's families. I know what this has done for people on our team and what it's going to do for people in 2019, but you got to get over yourself if you want it. Like, if you're coming to me and you're saying, I want $5,000 a month and you're not doing anything, well, right? But if you're coming to me and you're like, Tanis, I'm going triple diamond, I'm going to make this, and you are doing all the things you need to be doing, sure, you can go triple diamond in 6 months. Or if you're a double diamond, you could do it sooner. So I'm telling you, anyone can do this. Know what you want, write it down, connect with your leaders. $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month. You guys, the income is insane. I made in 1 month that would have taken me 2 years at my old job. That never happened again. It was a bunch of cabs, but it was really exciting, right? But it's crazy what this can do. And I don't want anyone to ever think, oh, Tanis, like, or, when I talk about the income, I don't want you guys thinking like I'm talking about it because I'm talking about it. but I want that to inspire you, and I want you guys to know that I work my ass off, right? Like, I had to get to diamond. I had to get to double. Then I went triple a few months later. Then I went presidential 6 months later. Okay, so you have to want it. You have to push for it. Don't be jealous of anyone who's making a lot of money. The people who are making a lot of money on our team are people who are working their asses off, okay? There's a girl on my team. I've never seen anyone work as hard as she does, and that's why she makes so much income, right? So she's an amazing leader. She's always there for her team. She's stepping up all the time, anytime you need, anytime anyone, you know, like, and it doesn't matter if you're executive right now or you're making $100 a month or whatever you're making, you can be that person too. I'm not saying you have to be that person. Everybody needs to be the wrong person. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. So I just want you guys to remember what you want, why you're here, what you need. Don't say like you don't have time for this. Then if you're saying you don't have time for it, it's just not a priority to you. That just means that your goals or your family or your kids or your future isn't a priority. So if you need this, you want this, honestly, take advice from your leaders, help out, be involved, you guys. Like, be involved. Your team is watching you. Your future team is watching you. I'm watching you. Like, I'll tell you right now, I will help anyone who's helping me too, meaning jumping in and helping on the team and being involved. And, you know, I will be there for you to help you with your goals. But I message some people, they don't even respond to me. So that's okay. But, okay, you guys, like, just decide what you want, know what you want, and go after it. And I really appreciate you guys being here. And, okay, so I hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to load this up on the page. There's already going to be people wanting to know the recording right away, yet they didn't get on tonight. I'm going to get those complainers right away, right? But anyway, you guys, I just want you guys to know 2019 is going to be a huge shift. I'm excited. More countries are coming, more products. Customer plans are changing. We have the best company, best compensation plan out there, you guys. I looked at different compensation plans. And I just want you guys to know that you're on a team, you're on a family, that we care. And myself and your leaders are there for you. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great night. And I appreciate you guys being on tonight. Okay, bye, guys.